In the late 17th century, the Mughal Empire stretched across the Indian subcontinent, powerful in appearance but fragile beneath the surface. The emperor ruled from the Red Fort, yet his authority in the provinces depended on men who were often more ambitious than loyal. These men were the Subahadars, governors appointed to rule vast regions in the emperor's name. They commanded armies, collected revenue, and controlled local politics, and many of them did not die peacefully. By this period, the Mughal court had become a battlefield of ambition. Nobles rose and fell not just by imperial favor, but by intrigue, betrayal, and assassination. Rivalry between governors was common, especially in wealthy provinces like Bengal, Gujarat, Malwa, and the Deccan. These regions generated enormous revenue, and whoever controlled them gained power, influence, and access to the emperor himself. One such case unfolded during the reign of Aurangzeb, when the empire was stretched thin by endless wars. Governors were sent far from Delhi, often isolated, surrounded by hostile forces and rival nobles waiting for their chance. The emperor frequently transferred officers to prevent rebellion, but this only fueled competition. A governor who sensed removal often struck first. In one notorious episode, a Mughal governor known for his strict revenue collection and harsh discipline had made powerful enemies among the nobility. He had replaced older officials with his own men, redirected jagirs, and blocked the ambitions of a rival noble who had long sought control of the province. Officially, both men served the emperor. In reality, they were locked in a silent war. The rival noble began his move carefully. Letters were sent to Delhi accusing the governor of corruption, exaggerating tax collections, and hinting at disloyalty. At the same time, alliances were built quietly within the governor's own court. Officers were bribed, bodyguards were turned, even servants were approached. In the Mughal world, information was a weapon, and loyalty had a price. The governor, aware of the danger, tightened security. He reduced public appearances and relied heavily on a small circle of trusted men. But this only isolated him further. His enemies knew that an open rebellion would bring imperial punishment. What they needed was an assassination that could be blamed on internal conflict or personal rivalry. The opportunity came during a ceremonial gathering. Such events were central to Mughal political life, formal, rigid, and full of symbolism. Nobles met under the appearance of loyalty, while measuring each other's strength. On this day, the governor received guests in his residence, a fortified mansion guarded by soldiers who had served him for years. As the evening progressed, a trusted officer approached under the pretext of delivering a message. He had been part of the governor's household for years, rewarded with rank and land. No one questioned his presence. When he drew close, he struck. Accounts differ on whether poison or a concealed blade was used, but the result was the same. The governor collapsed before help could arrive. Chaos followed. Some guards tried to intervene. Others stood still, uncertain whom to obey. By the time the palace was secured, the governor was dead. The assassin did not escape. He was cut down immediately, ensuring that no confession could be forced from him. The rival noble wasted no time. Within hours, messages were sent to Delhi expressing shock and loyalty. The murder was blamed on a personal grievance, possibly a disgruntled officer acting alone. The rival positioned himself as the only figure capable of restoring order. His troops secured the treasury. His men took control of the city gates. When the imperial court received news weeks later, the situation had already been settled on the ground. The emperor, engaged in distant campaigns, had little choice. Removing the rival would risk rebellion and chaos in a vital province. Instead, he confirmed the new governor's appointment, quietly closing the matter. This pattern repeated itself across the empire. Governors poisoned at banquets, commanders stabbed in their tents, officials found dead under suspicious circumstances, their deaths explained away as illness or personal disputes. Rarely were the true architects punished. The Mughal administrative system depended too heavily on powerful nobles to hold them fully accountable. These assassinations were not random acts of violence. They were calculated political moves shaped by the structure of the empire itself. The Mansabdari system encouraged competition. The Jagir system forced nobles to squeeze revenue quickly before reassignment. Loyalty to the emperor often came second to survival. By the early 18th century, such rivalries weakened Mughal control. Provinces grew more autonomous. Governors became kings in all but name.